Good afternoon, Presiding Officer, TMOD, fellow Toastmasters, and designated guests. My name is Gaurav Chaudhary. I am Sergeant at Arms of this club. It is my pleasure to call this 213th meeting of Sprouts Toastmaster Club. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop leadership and communication skills, which in turn boosts their confidence and improves their personality. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention foreground rules which are to be followed throughout the meeting. Please put your phone on silent mode uh, during the entire meeting. Please refrain yourself from making any derogatory remarks about sex, religion, or politics. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please rename yourself according to your roles. For instance, if you are TMOD, please rename yourself as TMOD underscore your respective name. Same goes for tag team, general evaluator, speakers, evaluators, and guests. A heartening welcome to all the participants and guests. I hope you are looking forward to our great enthusiastic speakers with our dynamic team. I would love to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Anupam Kumar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav and Sergeant at Arms. Thanks a lot for starting the discussion today. And I'm very privileged and honored to be part of this club. Okay. And if I talk about the Toastmasters platform, it is of immense value. Okay, the kind of value this Toastmasters platform gives, I didn't find it anywhere, just because it is a platform where we learn so many things. If I talk about from my learning perspective, when I joined the Toastmaster Club and when I see at this moment, so there is a great learning curve which I had, because in Toastmaster you get various kind of things to do. Okay, you play various roles. Okay, someday you are TMOD, someday you are general evaluator, someday you are speaker, someday you are. So one or other thing you are doing, like table topic master. So you are doing so many things that it gives a wider horizon to your understanding about public speaking. And when we give feedback to others, we also understand the things from them, their perspective also. And same times when we are making those type of mistakes in our presentation or our speeches, then also subconsciously we are aware that now I have made the same mistake which I gave the feedback earlier. So that way it helps a lot, and it helped me actually a lot. And that's what I have understood from you all, that there's a great learning platform which Toastmaster provides. Okay. So when I took the various role, what I realized is every role has some importance to it. The structure is such, like whenever you are taking whatever role you are taking, there is something which is attached to it. So the kind of learning we have every time is immense. Okay. So, and then the kind of speeches we hear, most of the time we are learning so many things from others' life. Okay. So whatever we all are sharing is all about our past experiences, and our experiences are future goal. And then whatever mistakes which we have made, or whatever things which have brought success in our life, we are sharing on a regular basis. So it's a great thing to have, to listen to others' success stories, or maybe whatever the failures were there, and then we can understand and learn from that perspective also. Yeah. So with this, I would request each one of you to participate in this. And I would request, if we have some guests, if they want to just request you to introduce yourself. Do we have any guests? I could see Manas. So
Ashish Mittal sir is there.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, good
My name is Ashish, and I'm joining this Toastmaster meeting first time. I have joined previously in another some different Toastmaster meeting. So I recently part of this Toastmaster groups. I'm trying to improve and trying to learn from this group, from communication and developing leadership. And that's it. That's it from my side. Unless we want to know more about that, I'm a professional working in some IT organization based out in Bangalore.
So welcome to you, sir. Welcome to you, and I hope your journey will be fabulous. Okay, and from you also we'll learn a lot. Okay, so yeah, let's hope for that thing. I think it's a platform where cross learning happens. So yeah. So any expectation from today's meeting, since you said that you have already attended a few of the meetings? So what do you expect from this meeting?
So I just want to learn that how this meeting is progressing, how you guys are coordinating with each other, and just want to learn that what will be the presentation topic, and can I grab something from that presentation or that topic or whatever the subject matter of this meeting today.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I just want to participate in this. That's the other expectation. That just want to participate in this all conversation and making this meeting more productive for everyone.
Yeah. So that is, we'll be more than happy if you participate today. Okay. So yeah. So definitely we have good table topics where you can definitely participate. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. And we have Toastmaster Akshay sir is here. So are you here, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Anupam, and good afternoon to every one of you. Looking forward to the meeting, and I'm excited to be here. So this is the first time coming to this proud Toastmasters Club. And as Ashish said, right, hoping to contribute and learning from all of you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I should congratulate you first, shall I? So would you like to say something like heartiest congratulations to you? So just wanted to hear from you also.
Thank you, Anupam. That is indeed. Thank you for wishes and support. But yeah, we'll definitely keep coming to the club and interact more. So let's hear today from our speakers and all of you. I'll be there listening because immediately at 2 o'clock I have to hop into an offline meeting. So I'm there as long as I can be, and then I'll be hopping it up.
Okay. So you are one of our district division director, no sir?
Yes.
So, yeah, so heartiest congratulations. Yeah, so that's what I was referring to. I wanted you to say about it.
Yes, sir. It is indeed a privilege to serve the community where I'm having a lot of fun, collaboration, and learning. So looking forward to the next term. But currently, I'm still serving as an area director, which I need to complete the targets for this year. So that's all. I'm back to you.
So please share us about your journey. Sorry, Anupam sir. I'm a little greedy in taking knowledge to the next level. And since you have reached that level of division director, what all you have gained through this journey, we are just excited to know that, so that we can follow your footsteps and grow the way you have grown. Please share those experiences, how you have grown from that personality to the personality that you are now. Thank you.
All right, Bhushan, since you have asked for this, I'll definitely share. I remember back when I was there in the year 2017, I was kind of an introvert person. Even if someone would instigate or try to communicate, I would interact at a much very less as possible. If it is something related to my technological field, I would have engaged in a conversation. Back then, I got to know about Toastmasters, and people said that over there you get more people and you'll be able to interact among them, learn from them. And hence I had attended one of the meetings in Trivandrum, which was a fun, exciting meeting. But then I didn't join Toastmasters. When I came back to Bombay, my home city, I knew now the city had all of my friends had already moved out of the city. They had gone to different places, they had gone abroad, and the complete friends had changed. The dynamics of everyone in the city had changed. So I wanted to make new friends. And the only place which came to my mind was Toastmasters. Because over here, I have not only learned, I've not only transformed from the introvert to the extrovert, but I've also made many friends who are there, who are always there as a support, who have helped me, made me into a better person, helped me improve a lot of different aspects of speaking, of leadership. So that has been a journey. Couple of experiences which I want to highlight is at Toastmasters, one thing which I have remembered and I would share with you all is never let the opportunity knock at your door. Try to find that opportunity and open the door for yourself, because this is the place where you have endless opportunities. Which one will knock at your door? If you keep waiting, you might wait for long. But if you want to move faster and if you want to move, I would say every day you want to progress, keep finding such opportunities and open the door for yourself, because that will help you enjoy the community. It's not just wherein you learn about communication, you practice public speaking or you practice leadership skills. It is also more about how you take this as a platform to polish your skill sets, polish your inhibitions, and also overcome them, I would basically say. So Toastmasters have been helping in my all aspects. I would say work, then community level, then collaborations, which I want to do in my personal life. So this is the opportunity which anyone who is here as a guest should try to use it. Today you get a chance to speak, as Anupam already shared, you will get exciting table topics. So speak in that. Try to see how you can experience the spotlight in Zoom meeting. And then if you are planning to progress on this journey, then definitely become a member of Sprouts. That's all, Bhushan. I hope you found some interesting bits and looking forward to learn from you in the table topic soon. Over to you, Anupam.
Such a lovely words. Thank you, sir, for those lovely insights and the love. Anupam, sir, you would agree with me that the lovely thing that he has shared with us is don't wait for the opportunity to knock your door. Just find that door and start knocking. You will learn from it. And one humble request, Akshay Singh, sir. Today is 1st May. Today is Maharashtra Din, and the city called Bombay has been renamed as Mumbai. It is no longer Bombay, it is Mumbai. This is Amchi Mumbai, this is Amcha Maharashtra, and we are proud to be Indian. Just a humble suggestion from my side. Never call Bombay, it's Mumbai. Thank you.
So yeah, thank you so much, sir. And now we'll move to. Do we have another, any other guest in this room? Okay. So if not, then yeah, thank you so much. And now I would invite TMOD, which is I myself. So I'll be sharing the theme, and the theme for today is very, very exciting. I think there is so many things to talk about when we talk about this theme. And the theme for the day is don't judge a book by its cover. Okay. So what comes in your mind when you listen this thing, like don't judge a book by its cover? Does it ring a bell that yeah, we should not judge a person by its appearance, by its look, by the color of their skin, or how for a short period of time, if they are interacting with us, not to judge, okay, on basis of those few moments. So that is the theme for the day, okay? And I have so many things to share about. I have a good story to share about all this, okay? So, but first of all, I would like to hear from you what comes to your mind when you hear the term don't judge a book by its cover. So anybody would like to say something?
I can go. I can try and come.
Sure. Yeah.
So while we are looking at someone, while we are watching someone, we should not judge, we should not make views about someone just by his presence of his appearance, his look, his color, his caste or creed or religion, whatever it may be. We should not judge instantly by looking his presence. We should understand his thought process. We should understand his views on some subject matter, and then we can form a judge or present our ideas about the others. We should not judge directly by looking at his face. That's what it means. And the other one might be a person, an object, a thing, whatever may be. We should introspect the other thing and then form our view. That's what I understand, that the theme of the day, like don't judge book by its cover. That's what my understanding.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your views about don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So really appreciate it. So anybody would like to speak about this subject? I think it is very interesting. So I would request if you all can participate, just say a few words about what you think about don't judge a book by its cover. What are your views about this? Yeah, Bhushan sir. Yeah.
I have a story to tell, a real life story. Today, I'm there at this native place of mine. I have a small home over here, which is built by my father. And throughout the recent years, it happened because of COVID, because of all the turmoil in the situation. We couldn't visit our place quite often. And it became all, dirt everywhere. There was no cleanliness, and we had planted some trees over there, but there was no watering. There was no proper care taken by anybody. So all were in a bad shape. I asked an old lady over here that would you take care of my place once or twice in a week? She agreed, but the relatives near my place told us that that lady is not good. She will steal something from your home. My father listened to them, but I ignored. I iterated my stand that okay, I am going to give her the keys and she will do all the cleaning. Let me see what happens. And to my surprise and to everybody's surprise, that female, that old lady, that lovely woman is taking care of my home from that day. My house is totally clean. Not a single piece of paper has moved from this place to that place. Not a single spoon has misplaced from my place. And she is daily watering my plants. And all the plants have gone green. The house is clean. And I have received a very good response from that female. So despite all my neighbors saying that this could be a problem situation, they had their own cover in their mind, which I didn't look for, which I didn't bother. And when I approached that person, it is totally a different situation out here. So that is what we can say, don't judge a book by its cover. The lady was completely a different person from which the other people were imagining her, and the reality is totally different. So we should not judge a book by its cover. Cover may be
Thank
different.
you so much.
The book may be a lovely one.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhushan sir, for explaining this, and in fact sharing your personal story, which basically means resonate with our theme. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. Okay, thanks a lot. And in same way, I would just request to just see that in our whenever we were students, okay, so that point of time we must not have liked any of our teacher, okay, because like we just saw them And for the first time when we met them, we thought that the teacher is very, I think he is not good person, and he'll not give us that much of attention to us. But after some time, what we realized that that teacher has has contributed a lot in our success. So I think we all can correlate that when we just make a perception in few minutes or within a day, it's not good to make. Sometimes it's good to make perception, but not at all at a very first moment. Okay, because I'll tell you what happens is when we talk about like why we perceive people. Okay, so it's all about survival. It's our survival instinct. Okay, we all were like we all say ourselves as animals. Okay, so we were there. We were while we were developing ourselves. Then there's still that instinct is there. Okay, so first we need to survive. Okay, so that is the first instinct we have. Like we need to survive first, and then we look for other things. So that is why we are always bothered about what is negative around us. Okay, so if you see that there are so many things which is positive, which is going on, we'll not focus on those positive things. But if there is at all a single negative thing which is there, our eye catches. Okay, so it's because we are trained in a way that we have to see the negative things. We need to see what are the threats around us. Okay, and that is why we try to judge people, whether how that person is looking, whether that person is having something, or whether the person can do some harm to us or not. So always we are judgmental about it. It's a normal tendency which we have. But yeah, so then we have these kind of attributes it is we have all inculcated it for a long time, and it is already there. Okay, so whether you like it or you don't like it, we try to judge people not only by their appearance, but how they are standing, how they are making their hand gestures, how they are making their movement. If somebody is coming fast towards you, you will say that, okay, that person maybe you will suspect that there is something wrong. Okay, so we are trained in that way. Okay, since long. Okay, so yeah. And then we'll discuss about it later on. So now we have two speeches, okay, today. So I would request to start that. And since I'm the general evaluator for this meeting, so and since the evaluation is very important. Okay, and it is the heart of Toastmaster, which we all say. Okay, it's a heart, because then with whatever you are talking about, whether the thing is how we can improve better, how can we become better. So I think these feedback, these evaluations make us more much better. Okay, as an orator or as a person. Okay, so the feedbacks are very important. And to help me with, I have team members. Okay, so unfortunately, I think our timer could not be present today. Okay, so she had certain something at last moment has come up, and she is unable to join because of that. So I hope timer role will be played by any of our okay, so Gaurav sir, Gaurav, Toastmaster Gaurav, he'll be taking, or Rajkumar sir, you want to take? Okay, sure. So then we have our counter for the day, and our counter is our very own Dr. Rajkumar Arunachalam. So yeah, he doesn't require any kind of introduction, because he is very enthusiastic when it comes to contributing. Whenever the opportunity comes, he likes to contribute. So yeah, so over to you, sir. Just explain your role.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as scratch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filter words, including er. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or something like this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. And now I will request our grammarian Toastmaster Gaurav to introduce and to talk about his role. He is the super enthusiastic in our club. So yeah, so today he's our grammarian also. So yeah, over to you.
Good afternoon, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is illicit. Its meaning is draw out by discussion. Its usage is if I can elicit enough support from other board members, I know I can get proposal approved. I would love to share this pamphlet. I will repeat the word of the day. The word of the day is illicit. Draw out by discussion. Its usage is if I can elicit enough support from other board members, I know I can get the proposal approved. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give a grammarian report when called upon during the end of the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, our grammarian of the day. Thanks a lot. So now we have two prepared speeches. Okay, so for speech number one, it is speaker is Toastmaster Satyasai, and to evaluate, I would like to call upon his evaluator, Yogeshwari ma'am. Okay, so she'll be evaluating Toastmaster Satyasai's speech. Yeah. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster, dear Toastmaster of the day. Today, my target speaker will be presenting a speech from Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 3, Introduction to Body Language and Vocal Variety. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance the speech. I will be evaluating the entire speech based on vocal variety, body language, and verbal and non-verbal communication. I hope he will be presenting a fabulous speech today, mesmerizing all of us and eliciting an amazing speech to all of us. Thank you so much, and back to you. All the best, Satyasai, Toastmaster Satyasai. Back to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I'm corrupt. Okay. So no, it's not about me. So Satyasai, TM Satyasai, I am corrupt. TM Satyasai, I am corrupt. So over to you.
Have you ever given a bribe to anyone? I remember 3 years ago, I was studying engineering first year. I applied for a driving license and cleared the first round, that is exam. Then I booked a slot for the driving test. On that day, I went to the RTO office for my bike driving test with my father's old bike. I was standing in the long queue waiting for my turn. When it was my turn, the officer verified the documents and asked me to show him my bike. He saw it and said, "Where is your helmet? Without it, you can't attend the driving license test." I managed to borrow from a stranger. Then again, I stood in a long queue, waiting for my turn. Meanwhile, a stranger approached me and said, "If you do not give 2,000 rupees bribe to them, they don't accept the application. They'll sure say some reason and will reject your application." I thought I had all documents. Why should I bribe them? And again, I stood in the queue. When it was my turn, the officer asked to show him my bike. He saw it and said, "Where are the mirrors to the bike?" I said, "No." He pressed the rear tire brake and saw that the red light at the back is not glowing. This time, I was devastated and also exhausted. I thought of not applying a driving license anymore. I went to the officer and asked, "What is the best way forward to get my driving license?" He said, 2,000 rupees. I gave 2,000 rupees to him. This time, there was no queue. I went directly into the office, gave my thumb impression, over. I got my license. In this story, who is corrupt? Is it me or that officer? The obvious answer is me. My inability of me not complying with the rules is making the system corrupt. This happens in most of the cases. I will give you an example with another story. When a traffic police catches any one of us for not wearing a helmet or a seat belt or verifying any other documents, we prefer giving 100 rupees as bribe instead of paying 500 or 1,000 rupees as a fine. In this story, who is corrupt? Is it the traffic police or we? It is we not complying with the rules is making the system corrupt. India is the most corrupt country in Asia. According to the Corruption Perception Index, India ranked 86 out of the 180 countries in corruption. Is this India what our freedom fighters had aspired for? Is this India what our freedom fighters had sacrificed their lives and fought for? There is no use of a person to the country who believes that I alone can change the world or change the country. One is enough to change the country. Why not that person be me? And why not that person be you? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really a great speech. Thanks a lot. So yeah, so now we have our second speaker, and our second speaker is Toastmaster Yogeshwari ma'am. Okay, so first I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar, to evaluate Toastmaster, to read out Toastmaster Yogeshwari speech, title and objectives.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. And today's speaker number 2 is, I think she no needs any introduction. She is an English language and a phenomenal, prolific, passionate, charismatic and sensational speaker. She is already a shining star in the world of communication. And her pathway is strategic relationship at L3P2. And her speech title is, "If audience are sleeping, someone has to wake up the speaker." And she is mentored by Dr. Suryadeep. And I welcome her to the stage to present her great speech.
Yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, Yogeshwari ma'am, now Toastmaster Yogeshwari. If audience is sleeping, if audience are sleeping, someone has to wake up the speaker. If audience are sleeping, someone has to wake up the speaker, Toastmaster Yogeshwari.
Wake up. Wake up. We all do this a lot of time, isn't it? Especially when we are the public speaker standing on the stage giving a presentation. Probably we might have thought that we are giving a sensational presentation, but the audience are sleeping. How many of you faced such kind of a scenario? Probably not really sleeping. They are chatting, talking, not interested, and they have no clue about what you are sharing. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, dear future Toastmasters. Listen very carefully when I was woken up and my audience was sleeping. Last year, exactly somewhere around this time, I was giving my contests. I did my club contest. Wow, I'm the champion. Whoa. I represented my club in the area. I'm the champion even there. So confident. Now I have to represent the division. I went in the division, gave such a fabulous speech all about my life, my breakup in my love life, and then how did I get out of it? And I even enacted stating that when he fell down on his knees and he gave a rose. And then I said, after a decade, he broke my heart completely, leaving me standing on the road. I was crying so much that tears trickling down my cheeks. I was walking in the road like a dead body, not really realizing what is around me. Came back to my house, sat in a corner for 3 entire months, not speaking to anyone. And then boom, there was a change in me. I realized that life is not about others, it is about me. And then I got into a lot of other public speaking communities. I improved myself. I became this, that. I finished my speech. I was so confident that I am going to be the division champion as well, because I made sure that I was spot on in vocal variety, my body language, hand gestures, my eye contact. The results was announced. I was not worried because I knew the result. 3rd place, so-and-so. 2nd place, so-and-so. 1st place, I know it is Yogeshwari Sugumar. No, it's not. I didn't even qualify. I didn't even finish the podium. Not even in top 3. Really? What went wrong? Now tell me, was my speech, whatever the little I have shared, is it inspiring? Or is it making you sleep? How many of you slept until now? Those who slept, can you please raise your hand? Okay, so Rajkumar sir slept. Very good. And even Gaurav slept. Great. And so did my judges. I couldn't wake them up. My speech wasn't inspiring. I was shattered. The next day I asked the contest chair, can I speak to the judges, please? I really wanted to know where did I go wrong. I don't want to stay in my mistakes. It is not allowed, but still he considered. I called the judge and I asked her, ma'am, I really respect you. Please tell me, where did I go wrong? She said, Yogeshwari, you are a brilliant speaker. You did really a great job. Your language is amazing. But what is this? You have too many complicated things in your speech. You have n number of properties. But by the end, if you ask me, what did you speak about? I don't know. None of my judges did. So we couldn't give you. Exactly a year later, just a couple of weeks back, I inculcated her suggestions. I made sure that I'm not talking about myself. Why would you care about if I speak, oh, this happened in my life. I went through a huge, terrible breakup. My heart was broken and I sat in a corner for 3 months. Why would you care? Why should you give me your precious 7 minutes? And that's the catch. This time, though I spoke about my life, but I made sure that I connect my life with everybody who is listening to me. And the topic is, I don't know. Could you be able to relate to my topic? How many of you felt at times that you don't know what to do, that you don't know whom to contact, that you don't know where to go about? And so did I. So many of them in the audience side as well. A simple topic, a simple life, a touch of feelings with the audience, the connect, the inspiration that I could bring about in them. What to do when you feel you don't know. The results gave me the division trophy. I am a division champion right now because I'm able to inspire the audience. I'm able to connect with whom I'm able to connect with you right now with the message. If you want the trophy, you need to generalize. You need to touch the audience, not just speak about your life. What do you think, Toastmaster of the Day?
Oh, wow. It was a great speech. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, and congratulate you for division for becoming division champion as well, Yogeshwari. Yeah, thank you so much. So, sir, please stop. Yeah, thank you so much. So with this, now our both the speeches have been over now, and we'll move towards our theme of the day. We'll just talk more about what do we understand about don't judge a book by its cover. So I'm really I'm sure that you must have heard a story when Swami Vivekananda went to Chicago. Okay, when he was there in Chicago, a day prior to his speech, he was just taking a stroll just to clear his thought, clear his mind, because then he had to present tomorrow morning. So he just wanted to take a stroll. So he was walking in the park, and while walking, a lady, that foreigner lady from US, she was just observing her. Okay, she was trying to elicit Swami Vivekananda. Okay, since he wanted to understand what is going on, why this person is wearing saffron and he is taking a walk, when others, those who are there in the US, they used to wear some sort of costume to walk. Okay. So after some time, after observing him for some time, then she couldn't resist herself, and she asked this question to Swami Vivekananda that, sir, excuse me, why can't you wear a proper dress to look gentleman? So can you guess what would be the reply? Okay, Swami Vivekananda humbly replied that, ma'am, in your culture, tailor makes a man a gentleman, but in our culture, character makes a man a gentleman. So you understand, like we judge people on the basis of how they look. Okay, so suppose tomorrow when Swami Vivekananda must have given that speech, and after that he created a buzz around US, and when that lady must have seen his image or his picture, in the town, what would happen with that lady, okay, to whom she was preaching a day prior that you shouldn't wear this, you should wear that. And then after seeing that, the person has created so much of buzz. And it was commented that all those people, those who were there in that convention, if they include everybody's intelligent also, then also Swami Vivekananda scores way beyond. Okay, so that was the interpretation they had after the conclave. Okay. So we should not judge a person only by their looks and how they are wearing, what they are wearing, why they are wearing. Rather, we should focus upon how that person's character is. It's not about what is the tone of the skin, okay, what is the color of the skin. It's about how that person brings value to you, okay, and brings value to the society. I just give a very small example, and which will make this much more clearer. I read a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And there is a small incident which is mentioned over there. Somebody was traveling in the metro there, and passengers there, they observed that this person who is traveling in metro with a few of his kids, they are making a lot of noise, but this person is keeping himself silent. Okay, he is not saying anything, although they are troubling other co-passengers. Okay, so they couldn't resist. After some time, one person, he got fed up with that, and he asked that person, "Sir, can't you see your children are making a lot of noise and they are disturbing each and every one of us? Can't you stop them? Don't you have that kind of courtesy?" So what could be the reply from that person? He replied, "Okay, sir, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that these children are making that much of noise. Some time back, I just got a call from a hospital that my wife is no more. I'm just going to see her." Okay, and in that moment, I couldn't realize that they are creating that much of trouble. So you understand the earlier what they were thinking. They were thinking that this person has he is not civilized person. He is not behaving in the way he should behave. But after listening to story, you can understand that what could have happened. Okay, their perception would have turned 360 degree. Their thinking would have been changed while listening to the story. So it's not about what means. If we judge people and we perceive that they are doing something wrong, we should know the story first, and then we should try to judge anyone. Yeah. So with this, anybody would like to say anything about this?
On the theme you're saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I when I read the theme, what came into my mind, one of my colleagues, I remember like few years back, she was very good looking and very cultured lady, and we were all like very good friends and all. And suddenly one day we realized that she has been sacked from the office, and we came to know that she was taking some money and all, and her character was not good. That we didn't realize for so many years. And by looking at her, no one would say that she has that intention. So it always not necessary that how you look is not there inside. Sometimes outside how you are and inside how you are, there may be a difference. So that is, I truly agree with you with the theme, what you said.
Thank you so much.
From your outer appearance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So any other thought about it, about the topic? Anybody has difference in opinion? Like there is a data, we judge people within few fraction of seconds. So buying decision also, I read somewhere that people buy things within a fraction of seconds, okay, or within a span of 10 seconds or like that. Okay. So we are habitual of judging others. Okay. So yeah. So anybody would like to say something? Yeah. So Toastmaster Gaurav and then Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar. Yeah. So Toastmaster Gaurav, please go ahead.
So actually, perception is the thing on which the world goes on. For example, if I would say, let's go and have a pizza, I didn't say Domino's to you. For example, I said, let's have a biscuit. You'll go for either Parle or Britannia. Tell me the third one. And for example, if someone is sad, then you'll probably say he is not a person whom I can connect with. So perception is a thing. It is a reality, but it shouldn't be. But it is what it is. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav. It's true. We perceive things, okay, and we all perceive things differently. Yeah. So now, Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar, yes, sir.
How many of you indeed have time in this practical and busy tight schedule life to take more time and to reason out what you perceive immediately? It's something pertaining to the time, place, and other circumstances, how a person presents himself. In this fast world, everyone, they have to make their presence and their appearance, and they are total in charge of how they are presenting, let it be to their office, or let it be to a meeting, or let it be any other public places. In my opinion, in this current busy world, people, they do not have enough time to see, then to perceive, then to intercept, and to evaluate. On the move, everything is happening. The technology is at that part. Time indeed matters. So it's up to the individual how he want to be looked upon by others. Let it be the attire, let it be the way how he starts to speak, let it be the content what he need to speak. The first impression is always the best impression. And no doubt, people, there are certain percentage of people, they really give time to understand what they perceive, and they go beyond their perception to understand what is the truth. How many of us have that patience to go beyond our perception and to see the truth? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking on this topic and giving another dimension to it. Thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah, Yogeshwari ma'am. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, so dear Toastmaster of the day, this is not anything related to the theme. So here we have Toastmaster Akshay Singh. He is the Division S Director, newly elected Division S Director. So he has visited us just to pay a visit to our club's meeting. And he has also given his evaluation on my speech, just a personal note. And I would just wanted to recognize him and introduce him to our club so that all his learning will also be shared with us. We will also have a great learning from him as well. So let's welcome him. Okay, thank you so much, sir. So do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Yogeshwari. But Anupam already asked me, and Bhushan also asked me the start, so I've already spoken. I hope the next time I'm here, I again would love to speak. But yeah, we can continue with the meeting. It was an exciting thing going on. I will have to take a leave. I have to join another offline meet. Good luck to all of you. Enjoy the topics, table topics round, which Bhushan has promised to make it exciting. And I see with his energy, it is going to be. So good luck.
Thank you for joining today, sir. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So with this, I'll just share a very small story now. Okay, I'll give a perspective when sir, you talked about Dr. Rajkumar. Sir, like first perception is the last perception. First impression is the last impression. I'll just give an example of here. Have you ever heard about Maharaja Jai Singh? So there is a story that Maharaja Jai Singh, he visited a place in London, okay, in Rolls Royce showroom, okay, and he visited. He was in his normal attire. He was not wearing anything exclusive. So he was just wearing a normal person, like normal Indian how they wear. So he was wearing kurta and all, and he walked into the store. Okay. The store person was standing there, and he saw that this person, he has just come here to waste my time. Okay. So he asked for test drive. He said, "Why don't you give me a test drive?" He said, "You Indians, like that time, no, there was a lot of you say they were having different type of perception about Indians. So they said that what you are here for. Okay, there is nothing for you. You can't manage to buy this thing. So you are just wasting my time. You go." Okay. So I think he left the place. Okay. Once he reaches his hotel, then he calls his servant, and he said that now you just inform that store that I'm Maharaja Jai Singh or Prince Jai Singh is coming to that place, and he wants to take a look. Okay. So now they give the grand welcome to Prince now, because they're thinking that now Prince is coming. They have given a red carpet welcome to Prince. And now when they saw that, since he was in that terrible mood, no, he said that now I'll buy your cars. So he bought few of the cars, and then you know what he did? He donated those cars to municipality of Alwar. For what? For what reason? Do you know this? To collect the garbage. And because of that, now their sales gone, means they fell flat. Okay, their sales fell flat. Okay, and now they started requesting, "Sir, don't do this. Don't collect garbage with our these royal cars." Okay, so they were requesting that we are ready to give you the written this apologies and all, and it is already there in his mahal. If you just visit now, you'll find that the letter is already there. So yeah, we should not perceive anything about others, no, looking at their appearance, how they look like. You never know who is coming your way. Like in these type of meetings also, you never know who is coming. So anybody can join. Okay, so we are not aware. Like, so we should not judge a person by their look and how they are, whether what type of clothes he is wearing. Okay, so yeah. So with this, I would request our TTM. Okay, and before that, I just forgot. Sorry. Toastmaster Yogeshwari ma'am has to leave, so I would request that if we all can vote for that. So before that, I would request timer and all to just prepare the report so that we can share. Generally, we do it later on, but she has to leave, and we'll be giving for 30-45 minutes to 35 to 40 minutes for table topics. So we would request if you can just share your reports about attack team report. No? So I would request timer, grammarian, and also just to share their report so that we can finish this thing first, and then we go to table topics. Is it okay? Do we have the reports ready? Okay. Yeah, so I would request our timer first to share his report. Okay. So actually, Dr. Rajkumar sir is playing a dual role today. He is timer and our counter of the day. So I would request Rajkumar sir to share the timer report first.
Sir, like just for me, no need to change the entire pattern of the meeting. So you can go as such only. If it is getting late, what I can do is I can, for Toastmaster Satya, I can drop a personal evaluation as a voice note. So that I can do. So just for me, don't change the entire meeting.
So we can finish this, ma'am, and then we'll come to that.
Yeah.
I think there is no issue as such.
Yes. From my end, no issues. I just want, I was like feeling, oh my God, just for me, you're taking the entire meeting.
No, it's not the format which we have changed. The only thing is we'll do this. We'll
Yes.
take care of this part first. Yeah, Rashma sir, please share your report.
So is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Speaker number 1, TM Satya Sai, spoke for 5 minutes and 5 seconds, and he is qualified. And speaker number 2, TM Yogeshwari, spoke for 7 minutes, 0.2 seconds, and she is qualified.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. So now I would request Yogeshwari ma'am just to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Satya Sai.
Corruption is something which every country is worried about. I would like to call it as elephant in the room. It's a corporate idiom where it's a big problem. Everybody knows about it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Toastmaster Satya Sai, I'm really impressed with your title, I Am Corrupt, which kept me until the end. And I was really thinking, what are you going to speak about? 3 things that I absolutely loved about your speech is, number 1, you're starting. You have started with the rhetoric question, have you ever faced this? That was a spot on or a bank on opening, I would say, because if you open with a question, obviously your audience are completely. Number 2 is your vocal variety. When you said, is this India? Is this India our freedom fighters fought for? Is this what we all wanted? You evoked, you brought in, you elicited the emotions that are there within us. Number 3 is your story line. You had a brilliant episodic story plot line and a structure. Number 1, you spoke about your experience about getting license. How did you face, what are the difficulties that you faced while getting license? You stood in the long queue, and then what to do? Just give 2,000 rupees, pass on all the queue, get the license. Number 2 is we overpass the traffic signals. And then your 2 questions, the same rhetoric question. Now, who is corrupt? You answered in the first place, here I am corrupt. In the second place, you answered, we are corrupt. And you gave some data and statistics to back up your story. That was brilliantly done. Kudos to you for completing the project. Just because you are such a phenomenal speaker, if you would like to repeat the speech to me, I may want these few little suggestions. Number 1, this project is all about vocal variety. Your entire speech is brilliantly knitted together, which has loads and loads of elements where you can implement vocal variety. To quote a few, you had a role play with the officer. Now, you could have taken turns, officer and you could have changed the voice. Perhaps the officer had a heavy voice and you have a lesser voice. Example, the officer asked you, hey, Satya Sai, hey, what is your name? Sir, I'm Satya Sai. Okay, whatever is your name. Where is your mirror? Sir, Okay, just let's go behind the vehicle. Where is the red light, huh? Do you want license without all of these things? You stunned. Okay, so role play, different voices. Number 2, you were devastated and exhausted. That you could have replied as, I was devastated and exhausted. And then I asked him, sir, what can I do to get my license? You can give 2,000 rupees to me, and then you can get the license. So those role play and the voice modulation is what I'm expecting from you. Number 2 is hand gesture. Actually, you stood, I couldn't see your hands. So your hands, your camera should be placed in such a way that your hands are visible. And number 3 is use your time fully, to the fullest. You had 5 to 7 minutes, but I saw that exactly when the green light was shown, you stopped your speech. So you could have used 2 more minutes and you could have built that up. Having said this, if you could incorporate all these suggestions, for sure you are going to be a phenomenal speaker. I am sure about it. All the best for your future speeches. Hoping to see you more and more speak. Thank you so much. Back to you, dear Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for that comprehensive feedback. Yeah, thank you so much. So now I would request our evaluator number 2 to evaluate our speaker number 2, Yogeshwari ma'am. So our evaluator number 2 is Dr. Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar. Yes, sir. Over to you.
You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. It is in challenging times that human genius and ingenuity unfold. And to start with, stage choreography, what you have used, and you have used thoroughly, let it be from left side or right side and going around. And it was quite engaging all the audience. And the content what you shared throughout your speech, it was a thought-provoking thing for all the audience and for all the budding speakers those who want to come forward and deliver their speech. And it was a good learning from your speech pertaining to the topic what you have chosen. And being a phenomenal speaker, already you are a great speaker, and I have given the chance and asked to evaluate. With my limited knowledge, there are few suggestions and recommendations from my side as well after going through your speech. Indeed, what I was expecting, there was some more expression when you came out quoting like dead body. Some more expression would have added more flavor and more spice to the topic. And the same thing tried when you came out with the statement, I did not qualify more. So when you came with that statement and that was not impacting the audience, so that you did not qualify. So some more feel of being sad and frustrated, if it was added, and it would be at par. And I happen to see that while you are delivering a speech and you are touching the screen, and I think you are sliding something since you are on mobile, I guess, and that took me away from what I was listening to you. So I started to think what's happening from her side, because having a good body language and the stage choreography, what you have used it 200%, that was quite engaging me throughout the show. And that thing really took away from what you are speaking and distracted me rather listening what's going on there. Altogether, you gave judgment to the topic, what I have chosen, and it's an eye-opening thing for all the budding speakers. And that's all from my side. Toastmasters, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for fabulous evaluation. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. So now we can move to the table topics. Okay. At the same time, I would request Toastmaster Gaurav to just announce that the voting is started. So anybody, I mean, people can vote for best speaker. Yeah. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhushan, sir.
Thank you, President Anupam sir. And just now the voting, this screen has popped up, so I'll just vote for it and I'll start my table topic session. Give me a second, please. Okay, so I have casted my vote. Now I'm ready for it. Thank you for making me table topic masters for today. And table topics is a session where impromptu speeches are to be given, topics are displayed, and speakers have to display their elocution ability for 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes 30 seconds. And this impromptu speaking helps you to become a good speaker, and life always gives you impromptu challenges. So if you are ready with the table topics, you practice them a lot and it will help you become a very good speaker. So I have bundled 10 odd different topics for everybody. But I think this is Sunday afternoon and the heat is rising. So we are short of members. But I'm excited because Mansi Karanjikar madam is there. She is a very good speaker. I'm sad that Yogeshwari ma'am is leaving. Otherwise, I had few topics, posted for exclusively for speaker like Yogeshwari ma'am. But nevertheless, we have Satya Sai Raj to fill in the gap. He is also becoming a very good speaker. Like he is justifying his presence in Sprouts Club as he is growing day by day, and every speech he is developing his method, his way of speaking, and he is eliciting as a good speaker. So, having said that, I would ask the timer to explain the timing of table topics. Over to you, timer of the day, Mr. Gaurav.
Yes, Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar.
Dr. Rajkumar, I am so sorry. Over to you, Dr. Rajkumar.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and all the guests over here. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speakers, and the evaluators. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, yellow card, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. When it comes to table topics, speakers should limit the remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajkumar sir. And like the theme says, don't judge a book by its cover. So I would ask, don't judge my table topics from my PPT. So I will start this session, and the session is open for guests as well as to the members of the group. So this is, kindly give me permission to share my screen. Is it available? Can you see my screen? Everybody can see it? Okay, just a minute. So I would ask guest Mansi ma'am, can you take the table topics? Hey, Jagdish, can you take the table topic? Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Mansi ma'am is there in the group at present? Mansi ma'am? I think Mansi ma'am is just, no, Mansi ma'am is there. Mansi ma'am, could you take the first table topic? Could you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yeah.
I was just not on my seat right now.
Yeah.
I dropped a message to you. Anyway, I'll just try because I'm not a great speaker, table speaker, but I'll try.
Jagdish. Yeah. No, we would like to hear from you. That is the thing. And can I share the topic with you?
Yeah.
Choose a number between 2 and 11.
2
and 11.
2.
Okay. So you have chosen. So the topic for you is, imagine the God appears in front of you. God tells you that you are left with only 3 days to live. He asks you 3 wishes, each day 1 wish at a time. I will repeat. Imagine God appears in front of you. God tells you that you have just last 3 days to live. He asks you for 3 last wishes, each day 1 wish at a time. So what would you ask and why? Ma'am, are you clear with the topic or should I repeat again?
Yeah, I'm clear with the topic. God appears in front of you and he tells you that I have left only 3 days and what is my wish for this?
Yes, you can take 30 seconds of time. A grace period is there. And then if you wish, I'll mute myself.
I still remember when I had seen that movie, Anil Kapoor was acting as a prime minister for 1 day. And the things what he has changed, fantastic movie it was. In reality, it might not happen, but in movie, we could see in 1 day he has done a lot of changes. Corruption, I mean, the people who have not received so many facilities and all, and he has cleared so many things in 1 day. Imagine for a moment, you have been given an opportunity to become a prime minister, and God comes to you and he tells you, now you have 3 wishes, and I'm there to fulfill your wishes. How happy you would be. And at the same time, you realize that you have only 3 days left to live. You had never thought of this. You always think, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this day after tomorrow, I'll do this next year. But now you have left only 3 days. What will you do? What will you do? For that second, nothing. I want to live my life. I want to be with my kids. I want to take care of my grandchildren, their children. I have so many wishes. How can I finish my life in 3 days? But yes, if given opportunity, I will first opt for social service, what I want to do for the community. Second thing, take care of the old people in my house, old people, and be find peace somewhere and be very calm and peace and bless the whole world with peace. Over to you. Thank you.
What a lovely table topic. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing those views, and your smile and your great thoughts. They bring this light to this table topic. So really thank you from bottom of my heart for.
Thank you. You know, I never participate a lot in table topics. I just be all to the back of this thing always. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity and encouraging me too.
Thank you. Pleasure is ours always. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So who can take the second table topic? Do we have any guest? No, there are no guests. I think the heat is playing its part too much. Like we are left with no guests. So can I ask Satyasai to take the next topic? He is ready.
Yes, sir.
He is inspired by Mr. Gaurav, who is always ready for any role. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Okay. So now number 2 is over. So from 3 up to 11, I would ask any number for you to choose. 9.
Yes.
Okay. That is another lucky number of mine. So we will go to 9. Okay. Okay. So this is 9. Okay. Satyasai Raj, your topic is you have forgiven someone. He repeats the mistake. So now, would you forgive yourself? Would you forgive that person again? And if so, give me the reasons for doing it. I will repeat. You have forgiven someone, but the person repeats the mistake again. Would you forgive yourself first? And would you forgive that person again? If so, if you're going to do that, why you are doing that? Give me the reasons. Are you clear with the topic, Satyasai?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Please go ahead.
I remember I was during my engineering first year. Since my first year, I had been very passionate about playing football. I want to select for an all India level football tournament. But now I was in the 4th year. I was selected for the all India football. But something happened during my second year. I was one of the few players who had some recognition in the team, as I want to become a captain of my team when I was in the 4th year. But parallelly, some other player also want to outbeat me, and he also made another group against me, and he tries to suppress me. Then, with my hard work and consistency, I focused only on improving myself. But someday he said something to my seniors. They are the ones who make me a captain. So he tried to blame me in front of the seniors. So there's some quarrel happened during the game. Then I forgive, and also I forgive him, and we became friends, and we also played in the same tournament for our college. And in the next year, 3rd year, he also tried to do the same. But then also I forgive and focused only on improving myself. Now I became the captain of our team, and I am the only player in our college who played for all India level for tournament. When I was there, there is a quarrel. Then I only thought that if I would make this a bigger issue, then the time of mine will be, my precious time will be wasted, and my energy will be diversified. So I used to forgive.
Very nice. Very nice insights, Satyasai Raj. That's why I like you. You always share some story or the other. And when I wrote this subject, I never knew you had that same story. So it's so amazing, na? Like you write something and there is a story available in the same meeting. It's so lovely. I'm feeling so happy, and a good insight you have shared. Thank you. So who is ready for the next topic? I think we have less members, so we can have every member can have 2 topics also. So now Anupam sir has raised and even Gaurav sir has raised. So I will give chance to the younger one. So I will call Gaurav Chaudhary first. And so Gaurav, now 9 number is over, 2 number is over. So I would ask you to exclude these 2 numbers and call for other numbers.
Third number.
Pardon?
3.
3. Okay. Just a minute. 3. Can you see the topic, Mr. Gaurav?
Yeah.
So the topic is, what is the best tagline or a slogan you have ever liked? See, there are brands, those are available who are making their advertise. They have their tagline or they have some slogan. So my real question is, which is the slogan or tagline that you have ever liked and why you have liked?
Actually, I was in a Toastmaster meeting and someone said, if you want to go in a long journey, then have a partner. If you want to go fast, go solo. And this is my what to say, this is my motto, and I have started implementing it. I want to go fast, I am going solo. Many people have started saying, Gaurav, we haven't seen you a long time ago. It's been a long time. So yes, I have implemented it, but it is creating many problems because I am not having in connect with many people. I think I have taken that slogan too seriously to be precise. What about you, Toastmaster Bhushan, Table Topics Master Bhushan Mankami sir? Over to you, sir.
I'm also table topic. I'm also Toastmaster. That's not an issue if you call me table Toastmaster. Gaurav, since we are there, we have to finish the topic between 1 to 2 minutes, right? So at least it should be for 1 minute 30 seconds. Is it?
No, it should be for at least for 1 minute, and its green board has been signaled by our timer. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for taking that topic, and you are going slow to grow fast, and you are taking 2-3 roles at a time slowly, but you are growing fast. So congratulations to you. You have done it very well, and we like that slogan too. And if you ask me which slogan I like, whether I would tell you that I have implemented that slogan, rather that good thought that Swami Vivekananda has given: arise, awake, and stop not until the work is done. this line has just inspired my life, that you have to arise to the cause, you have to be awake till the cause is complete, and you shouldn't stop until it is over. So attending Sunday's meeting every time without thinking about any role that you're going to take or which may be offered is the way I am arising to the Toastmasters meeting. So, and I'm awake. I'm reading all the messages that are in group till Saturday, and then Saturday we take the call that now where we are going to fix the roles and how we are going to fill that, and that is how I am growing, and I'm not going to stop. That is also a great part. Okay. So thank you. It was a nice table topic, and I would come to Anupam sir. Now, so Anupam sir, now your choices 3, 2, and 9. These 3 numbers are over, so you can take any other number
4.
that you want.
4.
4. You are taking 4. Okay. So give me a second. It is 4. Okay. Okay. So your topic is, what could be the worst ever situation in your life? Narrate the 3 reasons why it was so worse. I'll repeat. What could be the worst situation in your life? Narrate 3 reasons why it was so worse. Thank you.
I remember it was my childhood days, and at that point of time, I just take you to 50 years back. My father was there in some other city. In fact, 60 years back. So he was there in other city, and I think because of certain problems and challenges, he had to leave that place, because those who were there in that vicinity, it was quite, no, there is so much of dominance of some people which was there. And then our family also, it was like, and so they didn't want us to, they wanted to take everything from us. So that was the situation. And my father had almost 7 brothers. So almost all of them got killed. So he had to leave that place, and he has to leave everything aside. Okay, and then he reached other city. Okay, I'm talking about Patna. So he reached to Patna then, and then he started afresh. Okay, so then he did his MSc and all those things. But because of that, the entire situation got in such a way. My grandfather lost his control over my, and at the same time it was very painful for my grandmother also. And I started once they started raising me in a different perspective, like what the kind of treatment they used to got earlier. Now I didn't have those kind of things. Okay, so many times although he was a MSc, okay, at that point of time, he started one school, okay, but because of certain reason, in fact, again the challenge came, and that school was taken by government. So then he had to leave that school also, and then he gave up. That he thought that it is not my cup of tea, and he started his small business sort of things. So that way, I think those were quite painful moments for us, and I realized that those were the quite challenging things. I have seen some of the things which means I think that was not good from means a child perspective. Okay, so those were quite struggling days. Yeah, so those are the moments which I don't want to have. So yeah, thank you so much for giving this topic, although I couldn't do the justice with this because the time is over to you.
Oh, it was lovely. It was great to listen to everyone's story, the difficulties that you have in your life, and the solutions that you come out with. Everything teaches us. So it is always nice to listen to the problems that other people have faced, and they really help you understand others and help you grow. That is what the feeling I always have. So I get that connect with everyone always. So moving on to the next table topic.
So ma'am has raised her hand. So.
Ma'am is always ready. I'm very sure about that. 2-3 people, they're 100% sure. So okay, I'll give a chance to Mansi ma'am. I have to actually. And so Mansi ma'am, what is the number that you would choose now? 9, 2, 3, 4 are over. Yeah, we'll wait for some time. Okay, so before coming out with these table topics, I never knew that your subject would be, the theme of the day would be so relevant to my topics, that wherever I have given the topic, you have to come out of that framework of your thought process, the presumptions, and you have to present it. So I was happy that it was very much resembling to the theme of the day. So Mansi ma'am, are you ready now? So, and then what is the number that you would give?
What is left now?
3 is over, 4 is over, 2 is over, 9 is over.
I'll go for 6.
6. Okay, great. Just a minute. So, ma'am, your topic is, your spouse has complex emotions. Your spouse is a person having complex emotions. How would you deal with it? Do you want to take this topic or should I change it? Great,
Yeah,
great enthusiasm.
This is a common topic in everyone's.
I would learn from your guidance. That is what. Okay, yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Well, I still remember one of my friends. She always used to come and tell me that Mansi, my husband is, every time he's doubting my character, and I am getting so irritated. I don't know what to do. Can you please tell me some guidance on this? And imagine when your spouse is behaving with you like this, he is not allowing her to go anywhere. He loves her so much, but it is, he's trying to protect her from all the way. He never is to give her the freedom. He never is to think what she wants to do, how she wants to live. Everything is in control. So we have seen such kind of people, vice versa. There are people, both either wife or husband. But then differences are always there in our life. It's life, it's our life. When we live our life, we have taken all these things in our life from the past. It is not that it is earned in this life. We have carried this for many years and we have to pay back. Running out of this situation is not the solution. Face the solution. Try to identify what is wrong, where he is going wrong, where I am going wrong. Sit with one another, talk to one another. Sometimes it may help to resolve the problem. Or sometimes you may have to take a step back. In such situation, don't think, why should I go back? Why should I take, why should I? Rather, it's our life. We both have to talk. We both have to find out the solution. We both have to resolve this. Every time holding on to the situation will not work. Both has to understand the situation, identify the drawbacks or identify the gaps and try to live your life to the best, because life you are getting for one time. Enjoy your life. Try to fulfill others' requirement, what other person wants. Then you will be more happy. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhushan.
Great insights, man. It was very lovely. And so the message is, adjust as far as possible, move on, and try to live joyful life with whatever is the situation.
So thank you for those lovely insights, and I'm really happy to listen to it. So now let's move on to the next table topic, and Mr. Gaurav has raised his hand. So let me check the next number. Just a minute. The paper is full. Okay. So now Gaurav, 9, 2, 3, 4, 6. These numbers are over. You can pick any other number.
5.
So you are calling for 5. Okay. Just a minute. So your topic is, imagine you are famous, but you are famous for a foolish habit. What could it be? I'll repeat. Imagine you are famous, but for a foolish habit that you have. So what could be that foolish habit? Over to you.
Oh, all right. A famous habit. I can be famous. Yeah, for a foolish habit. I would say it would be stubbornness. It is foolish but wise. For example, I had a ride from my bike approximately 500 kilometers. Why? Because my dad got a transfer. I got here, but I was not feeling at all well, and I was also not able to enjoy. I was not able to help my dad in office as far as traveling is concerned. So I drove my vehicle, and it was enjoying. My father said no. My mother said no. My sister said no. Guess what I did? And my best friend said no. I said, Mom, Dad has shot green flag. I said, Dad, Mom has shot green flag. I can go. And for sister, I just figured her out. My best friend, he knew the thing. He was in Jaipur. He said, do one thing, stay here. I don't know why I just I agreed to his proposal, and I drove bike. They got to know what happened. When I traveled approximately 100 kilometers. This was also because I got a new bike, but I was not able to ride it. So that was stubbornness, but it is helping a lot. And I have many other things like this Toastmaster meeting is a stubborn thing. Not that I want to. Yeah, I want to learn and many things. Take. I think my time is over to you, Toastmaster.
So you have taken the topic, so congratulations to you. And attending Toastmasters meeting is not a stubborn and foolish habit. It makes you wise. So and don't forget that. And you have that foolish habit of impulsively starting your bike and running 100 and 200 kilometers. It's a good habit. It's a good habit. Even I would love that. Even I would love that. So that's a very good habit, I would say. So so now we are left with a few 4 odd topics. Anybody would like to go for the next topic? So it is Satya Sai Raj again.
Just check. We don't have that much of time. Yeah.
It is 1 hour 45 minutes.
Please give a chance to Rajkumar sir. I think he haven't spoken yet, and please reserve a topic for yourself.
I think we will not be left with some time actually. Next time I will reserve a topic for me. Thank you for your suggestion. You never exclude me for anything. Okay. Okay. So should I take Rajkumar sir or Satyasai Raj? I'll go for the younger one again. So Satyasai Raj, you are the lucky one. So let me select. So Rajkumar sir, I will come back to you after Satyasai Raj. Yeah. So your number. So I'll randomly give you number 8. So let me see what is number. Okay. So Satyasai Raj, exclusive for you. This. What are the 3 most amazing wishes in your bucket list? I will repeat. What are the 3 most amazing wishes in your bucket list which you are gonna fulfill? Am I clear with the topic?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Lovely. Go ahead.
The last year, during the COVID, I was not sure of what to do in life. Then I came across a book and read about that you have to prepare a bucket list. What you want to do in life, what you want to achieve, and what you want to enjoy in life. Then I started preparing a bucket list. Not only 3, but there are more than 30 tasks that I filled in my bucket list, and then and I store and I make it in a Google Sheet and I stored it with a password. But the top 3, the first is I want to watch a football match in Barcelona. That was every dream of every football player. And the second one is during the +2, I wasn't able to crack the IIT JEE or mains exam. So now I ended up being in a good college, but not in IITs or IITs. My second bucket list is to become a guest speaker, or be in a good position where the colleges will invite me for giving a lecture. That was my second bucket list. And the third was to be in a position where someone will respect, and that was my third list.
Well said, well said. So Barcelona is in your bucket list. So whenever you book that ticket, just call me down. I'll also join. And it was lovely. It was lovely listening to your bucket list. So how do you feel coming back to your bucket list?
Yes, sir. It again reminds me.
Yeah, no, great, enjoy. So so now the next, I'm with, so Rajkumar sir, I'll just bring up the topic for you. So, sir, I'll just share the screen. So, Raj sir, this is your topic. What is the most helpful advice you ever got, and how it was helpful? I will repeat. What is the most helpful advice you ever got? How it was helpful? Am I clear with the topic, sir?
Timer, should I on my timer, sir? I remember in the year 2017, the last week of June, I was on my duty. I was just crossing the corridor. I happened to meet my ex HOD of General Medicine Department. So I stood there and I greeted him once again to have a great and happy retired life. My ex-HOD that time, I think he got some time to give his advice. He stood for me and spoke nearly 10 minutes. The nutshell, he came with one point. When you are into government service, you should not only work and complete your job and go home. It's binded with your government service. Being a government servant, you need to come forward to attend the meeting and participate in a department meeting, and you need to come forward and stand. The reason being, what happens at the background, you are working and doing great job. But when it comes for presentation, you are not coming forward and taking the marks for what you have done. So many of them could not visualize you and who has done this job. And it's always better to come forward and say what you have done rather than simply completing the job and going, thinking that you have completed your task and you have submitted and you are leaving. And the important part is you need to come forward and present. So I took that advice to the depth and I have started following till now. Nowadays, whenever I complete my task, I always make that a point to put that message to my boss that I have completed this task and I have even executed your orders. And that is how I'm doing nowadays. It's not only my duty to complete my task, it's also my duty to represent and to send the message and drop the message to my boss that I have done this. And if it is that like to me, and how about you, dear friends?
Yes, it was lovely listening to the thoughts, and it is really important for us to, reciprocate in the job. And in electricity, what we say, the circle has to get completed. If both the wires are not connected, the bulb is not going to glow. The same applies in government job. I am also a government officer. I do follow the things that you have said. And I still remember when I joined the job, it was my father who advised me that whatever paper you want to submit it to office, give it into the invert, take that stamp and keep the second copy with you. And now, after 23 years of service, I could understand that his advice was so much useful that after 23 years, my department is calling for some certificates, which are already there, submitted, which are entered in the list, but they called for those certificate submission. And now I have that single piece of paper stamped on that day, having that date and signature that I have officially submitted that single paper. Now that single piece of paper is going to give me the promotion to the next step. See how much valuable this single piece of advice, which is not very important as if you feel at that time, then just taking a stamp from the invert, is it such a great thing? But it is great right now. That is the advice I could remember whole my life. I will never forget that. So these are small things, these small advices that everybody is giving us. Sometimes they are really valuable when the time comes, but we don't understand its importance that at that time when we get that advice. So we should always be a good listener to, before becoming a good speaker. That is what I get from this advice. So I think I should be done with the table topics, and next time by Gaurav's advice, I will take table topic for myself also. But now we are running out of time. So I thank everybody for taking part in table topics, and now the voting is also open. So I would hand over the session to the TMOD of the day, Mr. Anupam Kumar. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think we should all clap for Toastmaster Bhushan sir for playing TTM role. And the topics were quite interesting. very, very related to our personal life. Okay. And there was nothing which was beyond which we haven't experienced as of now. So it was all about how the life has experienced, what different experiences we had in life. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing these topics. Thank you. So with this, I would, since the polling has been done, I would request to share the grammarian report first, and then we'll go forward. Okay. So request Dr. Rajkumar sir, if you can just share the grammarian, Toastmaster Gaurav to share the grammarian report. Okay. You are not audible, Toastmaster Gaurav.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
So here is my grammarian report. The word of the day was used by two members, Yogeshwari ma'am and Bhushan Mankame, our table topics master. I found following improper usage of grammar. Results was announced. Instead, it should be results were announced or result was announced. Another usage was God tells you. God asks you. And the later one is you has forgiven someone. You had forgiven someone, because the sentence was used for a past tense. I also found some good usage of grammar, which are memorizing, capturing one's complete attention, trickling, appear slowly or gradually, shattered, exhausted, perceive, it means interpretation, fed up, it means frustrated. So it was my grammarian report. Hope you all would use word of the day from future meetings more frequently and as many times as possible. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for sharing this exhaustive sheet. So thanks a lot. And now I would request Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar to share his report.
Eliciting the usage of filler words and other crunch during this meeting was quite interesting, and it was something you happen to catch when you're going through the meeting, and meanwhile you are doing something else, and again you have to put it on paper, and then again you have to enter it on the Excel sheet. So it's quite interesting job. That's what I felt. And eliciting this report is something I felt interesting. And with that, let me present the report. With are being used for 5 times by TM Anupam sir, and so for 3 times, and for 4 times, and the repetition of sentences comes here. Conq for 2 times, then repetition of words such as okay for 5 times. When it comes to TM Bhushan sir, you have used R for 4 times. And when it comes to TM Gaurav sir, he has used R for 3 times, and repetitions and for 2 times, I had for 2 times. Then when it comes to TM Satyasai sir, he has used off for 4 times. When it comes to repetition, he used then for 2 times and guest for 2 times. And with guest Mansi ma'am, she has used off for 3 times and you know for 1 time, and do this for 2 times. That's all from my side. Thank you, TMO. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So with this, we are done with evaluations. We are done with all our tag team report. So now it is over to TM mode. I'm the TM mode today. So I think great job in terms of completing everything. And since table topics were quite nice, so it went well with my theme, which I suggested today. So yeah. So now over to the my general evaluation thing. So from general evaluation, if I talk about my GE role, we could start the meeting in time. Okay, somehow, although we were not we were not having that many people today. Maybe the reason could be many, because there are so many people at last moment they got occupied. I think the second timer also, when he took the role, I think Amit sir got some work, or maybe he got disconnected or something like that. There's some sort of technical issue which has happened. But I must congratulate those people who have taken twice or 2 roles or 3 roles also. Like it's a commendable job. Hats off to you. Like taking the roles and doing justice with it. Like it's not possible to wear a different hat at the same time, but you did that. So kudos to you all for doing excellent job. Okay, so I can imagine now you are playing a role of grammarian, you are SA, and then you are taking care of certificates. At the same time, you are a counter and you are timer, then you are an evaluator. Okay, it's very cumbersome job. Then taking table topics and then taking other jobs also becomes difficult. Okay, so I must congratulate and thank you. The best thing is those people who showed up. Okay, see, we all have a lot of questions. For something, no, we just give up. That it is not possible. It's very easy to give up the things. Okay, it's very easy. There is no effort required. But what it takes, show up each time. Okay, present in each meeting if you can, because there are so many things to do. Okay, but this is the important stage of our life. This is the important decision of our life. If we can do the justice with it, then we must do it. Like if we have decided something, we should reach to means the height which we are looking up to. So definitely, whenever you get the time, you should show up. So that is the thing, and I'm really appreciate the effort of all of you being present over here and talking about different things, wearing different hats. Okay, it's very cumbersome job. So yeah, so starting from tag team, I shared that they have done brilliant job. Brilliant would be the small word today. So yeah, so brilliant job. Coming back to table topics, it was really interesting, really good. I shared already earlier that this was beautiful. Okay, so I along with you all enjoyed the table topics, which was quite evident. We were not keeping ourselves contented with one topic. We wanted to deliver more, so that suggests what kind of table topics we had today. So that was also quite interesting. Coming back to evaluations, I think the kind of evaluators, they evaluated the speeches well, although Rajkumar sir also did his best to evaluate the speech, which he never wanted, but he did that. So thank you. Thanks for doing that as well. Okay. And if I talk about the speeches, TM Satyasai, with every speech, you are becoming much better speaker. Kudos to you. And I think that kind of confidence, it doesn't come like just like, okay, it takes a lot of effort. And since you are the what you said, you captain, okay, So since you are the captain of your team, you know the responsibility, how to become a responsible person you are aware of. So yeah, so credit goes to you and the kind of effort you are making. I can see the sincerity in you. Like whenever you are coming, you are ready to take the roles, you are ready to speak. So thank you so much for showing off each and every time. Yeah. So more power to you. Yeah. And with this, I would like to say that it was a very, very successful meeting. Now my GE report is over. Yeah. So I would now will be giving the presidential this thing address. Hope TM Gaurav, our result is there. Is there no?
Actually, our last poll is left, which is best role players, which include which include GE as well. So your role has just has just finished. So kindly vote for best role players.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I think everybody has voted. Okay. So I would request that you just prepare the certificates and all. And in the meantime, I'll just want to discuss a few of the things. Okay. So as norms suggest, I'll just I would request Mansi ma'am to just speak few words. Are you there, ma'am?
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, the meeting was well arranged, organized, and I really enjoyed. And as you said, the people have taken more than one role. It is really commendable. And table topics were I mean, it is very I really enjoyed that. Overall, it is a great meeting. Thank you so much for making me a part of it. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So do visit this place more often, and we welcome you with open open gesture is there. So whenever you get time, try to be here. Okay. So definitely we'll learn together, and there are so many cross learning which happens when you are attending any club meeting. I also prefer to go to different club meetings and attending that. So I would request if you can find some time for yourself. Just try to be here. Okay.
Sure. Do join today 6 to 8 Delhi Junction DJTC if you all have time.
Sure. 6 to
8.
6 to 8. Definitely. So I have I've been to your club meetings, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's what so whenever I get opportunity, I think I have explored so many club meetings these days. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
today, ma'am. Yeah. So is our reports ready, Tim Gaurav? Yeah, you are on mute.
Ma'am, can you please fill this form if you would like to get connected with our group members?
So ma'am is already there, no? She is a Toastmaster.
Okay. So the results are ready.
Just share the results.
Yeah, I'm just sharing. So best prepared speaker goes to Yogeshwari Sugumaran.
Okay. Yeah. So here she is a division champion also, so we expect that. But I think the role which TM Satyasai played, that was also excellent. Yeah. So kudos to you, Satyasai, as well. Yeah.
Best evaluator goes to none other than Dr. Rajkumar Arunachalam, sir. So
kudos to you, Toastmaster Dr. Rajkumar.
Best auxiliary role player goes to none other than me. Thanks.
Kudos to you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Well deserved.
Thanks a lot. And we have our guest table topic speaker, Mansi Karanjekar. I hope I pronounced the name correctly.
Congratulations to you, ma'am. Yeah, very well deserved. You spoke really well. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for joining.
I think I have lost. Just wait a bit. I had to download the certificate. I have not downloaded that best table topic speaker. Yeah.
Okay, no worries, no worries. In the meantime, I think you hope you all like the theme of the day. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so it is very close to our heart. And when I heard or listened many story around it, because once you just try to observe, no, then you get a lot of story from here and there, and then you think, okay, yeah, this is the same thing which we are talking about. Okay, so don't judge a book is means a very good reckoner. Like we try to judge people, okay, and it is very quick reckoner that if we should not do this. Okay, so I hope you all liked it, and next time also we'll try to keep theme which is good theme where we actually can have few learnings. Yeah, Toastmaster Gaurav, you want to say something? Yeah, so thank you so much. Thanks a lot. So best table topic. Thank you. You are on mute, Toastmaster Gaurav.
My apologies, my bad. So best table topic speaker goes to none other than our presiding officer, president, TMOD, general evaluator. It's up to you who which term you want to, yeah, which term you want to refer to him. So kudos to you.
Thank you so much for all the love. Yeah.
Over to you, sir.
So with this, I think we are about to close now, and I announce that now we adjourn the meeting number 213. Okay, so you can stop the recording now.